Like they say, 2 heads are better than 1, but did you know that 3 monkey brains can control a robot's limbs better than 1 monkey brain? Please, let me explain. For the first time, scientists at Duke University Medical Center have successfully connected, or networked as they say, the brains of more than 1 animal to form a sort of living computer that can perform tasks and even solve problems. Margaret, I don't know where to start. This is literally outrageous. It's crazy and it's really cool. Obviously, okay, thinking in the short term, this is a huge advance on what's called brain-machine interface. The whole technology behind allowing humans and also animals to move prosthetic limbs with only their thoughts. That's really cool for obvious reasons, for people who have lost a limb and maybe in a car accident, even veterans. Great. This is a huge step forward in that respect. Here's how they did it. They got these monkeys, they connected them, not together, but they connected them separately to one computer. With that computer, they got these monkeys to move this robot arm and reach for a target and grab it collectively. Much stronger than one brain. Exactly. 3 brains working together collectively to problem solve. That is freaking awesome. They were rewarded with juice. What do you think, Margaret?
I mean,
monkeys love juice.
Who wouldn't do something for a juice box? The Center for Neuroengineering?
Yeah.
That's who's done this at Duke. I think that they're brilliant in the event that they've created something that's potentially really awesome here, right? I mean, abstract thought, you can communicate it without actually talking. You and I do this already, but for those people who can't do that, you know, I mean, this is a gift, right? But if this gets into the wrong hands, Nick, can you imagine, like, if you've got a Dr. Evil out there who can control everyone's collective thought patterns?
Well, look.
Really?
We'll get there, Margaret. Look, we're still testing this on animals, and we've done it successfully. This is still we're still in the infancy of all this. But yes, you're right. The first thing that I also thought of when I read this article was the fact that, holy shit, if we can get humans to do the same thing, we could potentially connect all these brains together and be these super problem-solving humans. I'm not talking about getting different perspective on things, different opinions. I'm talking about brain power put together, sort of having this one huge brain that's super smart.
That are implanted in our brains.
Think about how the society works nowadays. We have these geniuses, these Albert Einsteins, these Nikola Teslas, these Thomas Edisons that come along every now and then, and what do? They change society, humanity forever.
So you would duplicate the good brains, not the bad ones.
Yeah, of course, but you're right. Getting into the wrong hands, right? Then what's the first thing you think of? People hacking your brain and doing all these things. But no, this is true. Andrew Jackson at Newcastle University in the UK, he's saying that this kind of technology could potentially put language out altogether. Humans, like you mentioned, could start to transmit thoughts from one another abstractly, meaning not with words, not with sounds, not with pictures, but just mere thoughts. Literally taking my thought, putting it in your head. Kind of like when you wake up in the morning, you can't remember your dream, but you remember it. You can't explain it to anybody because it doesn't make sense. Imagine just putting that dream in their head and showing them. That's what he's talking about here. It's a possibility. It can happen.
I mean, for a juice, no. You'd have to pay me a lot more.
The monkeys, Margaret, the monkeys.
Right. I'm just saying, this is not such a good thing to me, but somebody who doesn't necessarily value creative independent thought, who would want a collective brain trust, and that great ability to communicate something without actually talking, this would work for them just fine. More power to them.
So you want to focus on the short term here, being able to wirelessly, just through your thoughts, move prosthetic limbs on somebody who has lost a limb. That's obviously a good thing, and that's definitely what they're going to address at first here, and that's probably why they're doing this kind of technology. That's why they're working on it. But thinking in the long term, Margaret, don't be a scaredy cat. Come on, this could be awesome. The fact that we can put our brains together and somehow create these supercomputers.
We could be the first living computers, for crying out loud.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, why not?
It only makes sense. Let us know what you guys have to say about all this. Please comment below. We'd love to know what you guys have to say. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the LibTV2 for more.